What's up, guys? Welcome back to Doki Doki Purist Mod. And strangest thing, I think I may have ended it in my last video like a couple minutes before the good ending, so I guess we're gonna get the good. If I'm right, we're gonna get the good ending and the bad ending all in the same video. I don't even bother giving him a second glance as Yuri and I walk hand in hand to the school exit. I like to imagine his mouth was hanging open in shock. Once they're all out of earshot, I check in with Yuri. Sorry, that was selfish of me, wasn't it? Now they're going to send out more ugly emails. I'm a bit surprised when I see Yuri smiling warmly.
No, that was the right thing to do. Thank you for listening, Heiji. I'm sure I was tempted to lash out at him.
Yeah, it was. But are you sure you're alright with this?
Absolutely. I believe you told me something akin to, it doesn't really matter what they think of us or what we do, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I did say that, didn't I?
I thought I was the one who was working on apologizing less.
I feel my face flush. She got me again. Yuri and I sit in the graveyard at the park. Why? Why did you guys choose that to be your place? With our newly bought books in a bag nearby. It's the end of our school week. Our first one since getting back together. Yuri delicately selects a book from the bag.
How about In the Stranger's Grove?
Sounds great. Yuri nods in satisfaction, and we assume our familiar joint reading position. We place the book in our laps due to the lack of a desk, but it otherwise works the same. We start reading together. The only sound we produce is the turning of pages at a steady pace. I lose track of time and the tranquility. I'm so absorbed in reading that I'm startled when Yuri pipes up.
Did you see the set of emails going around this week?
I had been hoping this one would come up. I just wanted an afternoon to relax with Yuri and forget about school trouble, but I guess this was unavoidable. Yeah. Guess that guy kept his word, huh? Yuri nods, bearing a neutral expression.
Yes, he did.
The slightest grin forms on Yuri's face.
Although, it is slightly amusing to see what he came up with about us.
I mentally review what the newest round of emails contained. Yeah, I guess he was more desperate this time. Man, if people believe this stuff... I shake my head, knowing full well that some people certainly still would. Do the emails bother you at all, Yuri? She pauses to consider her response.
Do they bother you?
Hey, you can't just turn that question like that. Never mind. I sigh as I plan out my own response. They still kind of do, if we're being honest. That someone is trying so hard just to put us down. But I've got you. As well as the rest of the literature club. I think I'll manage. We don't need to be scared of the words of a hothead and his lackeys. Whibbit. You're in my bubble again. Yuri leans in closer.
I'll manage too then.
I put an arm around Yuri, who matches my move. It's less convenient for reading, but I think we both prefer this position. We resume reading, the pace returning to what it was before. I notice that Yuri's left sleeve has fallen back enough to reveal scars. Yuri notices as well, but she doesn't pull her sleeve back up. She keeps them visible as she speaks once again.
I think I'm going to start looking for a therapist.
She faces me with a quiet confidence.
I'm ready now.
I'm surprised, but mostly relieved. Yuri, that's great. Do you need any help looking for one, or?
I'll let you know if I do. Thank you.
Of course. I can see Yuri is already becoming more sure of herself. Spending time with her like this, it reminds me how thankful I am that I could be with her. It's hard to put the book down, but we eventually reach a stopping point. Yuri puts the book back in her bag, and we stand up.
Shall we be off?
Yeah. We join hands and exit the graveyard, new books in tow. Yuri told me that I should be the one to take them home. I had a good day today, Yuri. Book shopping, reading here, it was real nice. Yuri smiles warmly.
I'm glad. I enjoyed today too. We should do this again sometime.
Absolutely. An idea comes to mind. I'll get her this time. You know, Yuri, I'm lucky to have you in my life. Yuri blushes at the surprise compliment.
Well, I'm even luckier to have you.
I expected something like this, but the warmness spreading across my face betrays me. We're left goofily smiling at each other as we walk together. I guess this one's a draw. The school year goes on. I feel like a full-blown member of the literature club now, all the more with Yuri at my side. Yuri continues to grow and stay true to herself, any public opinion be damned. I too can say I'm doing better for myself. I've kept my outbursts under control, and I can say with confidence I found a place where I belong. We're never directly confronted by the bullies group again. They stick to emails, among other minor things, but even that dies down. Or maybe Yuri and I just ignore it more and more. It doesn't really matter. Right now, we have each other, and that's what's important. We can continue to grow together and overcome challenges, and we can talk to each other whether life is easy or hard. We can work and figure things out, one day at a time. The end. Hey, it's Monica.
What? You want me to comment on what you've done? Here's some sort of congratulations? What else is there to say? You saved Yuri, didn't you? She's getting help and has a pillar to stand on when all those nasty rumors come around. You two will run along, holding hands, reading books together, the whole thing. Or so the game says anyways. Really though. What's up with all the kids at the school? Both in Sayori's route and here. Kids seem fairly vicious, don't they? Geez, what school did we enroll into to have all these kinds of people? No, I guess it doesn't really matter to you. After all, you're happy with Yuri. Is there anything left for me to say that, though? Not that it really matters in the end. Don't let me keep you from being happy. Do what you want.
I will. It's now time for the bad ending. I forgot to save before that choice came up, so I gotta double back a bit here and do our little date at the graveyard thing. Alright, here we go. Okay, so that's the last time I used words and I got the good ending. This time I use violence and get the bad ending. I'm sorry, Yuri. Use violence. Screw this. This has gone on for long enough, and no amount of pleading is going to get me out of it. I can't say I know too much about how to win a fight, but that doesn't matter to me. I've been too passive these past few weeks. If I want to end this, then I need to stand up for myself. Not just for myself, but also for Yuri. Especially Yuri. I know that she said to talk it out instead, but that's not going to work. I had to punch him. That's such a macho thing to say, just, oh, I have to punch him. I've gone too far to back out now. And then, it'll all be over. This will all come to an end, and we'll never have to worry about it again. I hope you understand, Yuri. This was always going to be the only option left. You said our fish should do the talking, right? Fine. I'll take up a storm then. I'll take up a storm then. The boy's eyes widen. Oh, so you actually wanted to fight, huh? I didn't think you'd say that. In fact, I was warming up to the idea of you begging me to stop. Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't want to fight any... Too late. What the hell? I sock the boy as hard as I can. He's hurt, but it doesn't faze him for long. I want to try to get out of the way in anticipation of him retaliating, but I'm grabbed by one of his goons and can't move. Think you're so tough, eh? Before I know it, I'm kneed in the stomach. I clutch my chest, beginning to stagger. Yuri gasps and tries running over to me, only to get pulled away by the boy's goons. Now beg! He kicks me again, this time knocking me into my knees. I catch Yuri running away, although I'm not sure where to. The boy notices me looking away and knees me yet again. Beg! Shit for brains! Everything hurts. There's gotta be a way to get out of this, but that asshole's going to hit me again if I don't give in, so I'll have to distract him for now. Yes? I struggle for breath, only to cough up blood. Why did I think I could take him on? There's gotta be something I can do. Anything. The principal isn't going to like seeing his floor stained, dude. Whatever. Want to try that again? Look. The boy rolls his eyes. Do you need a script or something? Here, I'll tell you what you need to say. Say that you're sorry for being a freak that's trying to terrorize the school. Got it? I just need to keep going along, and then I can figure something out from there. I'm sorry. Keep going? I notice that I'm no longer being held onto. I wonder if I can somehow salvage this. Hey! Look me straight in the eyes, asshat. I lean my head in closer, making sure my eyes are focused on him. Good. I'm sorry for... Almost halfway there. Now say the rest. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to you. Huh? Before the boy can react, I headbutt him. He recoils, dizzied by my attack. Still unable to counter my blow, I push him to the ground. I turn my head and glare towards everyone watching. You guys better get out before this gets any uglier. Everyone scrambles off as I turn back towards the boy. I notice him starting to talk again. Huh. I guess you won. It was really that easy, huh? Guess it didn't turn out being as drawn out as I had expected. I think I'm safe to walk away now, though I doubt he's going to come after me again like this. Can't believe I finally did it. It's over, Yuri. I did... That's right. Yuri ran off, didn't she? But she didn't want to desert me, so what she probably did was... No. I'm an idiot. Up here, you said? I turn around and find the worst person possible that could have shown up here. Of course, it was a school principal. What's this exactly, Heiji? Actually, I think the answer to that is clear. I look back at the boy, a smile quickly flashing across his mouth. Damn it, was this part of his plan all along? Yuri freezes up, realizing what she just did. Embarrassment, shock, and fear cover her face.
I was too late, wasn't I?
Yuri? It's over, but not in the way I had hoped. I had tried pleading my case to the principal, saying it was in self-defense, but he didn't buy it. Maybe if I had grabbed the phone that was being used to record the fight, I could have used it as evidence. But the one recording us ran away before I even thought about it. I showed him the bruises I had from the fight, but that didn't convince him either. It was definitive evidence, apparently, since I could have gotten those bruises from anywhere. The guy I hit wasn't too badly injured, but he did stay home from school for a few days. The principal didn't immediately give me a punishment, as he wanted to think about what the best option would be. Eventually, he did tell me what my punishment was, but it didn't really matter. What happened with Yuri was far worse than anything that could have happened to me. At first, Yuri didn't come to school for a week, but then she started attending again. After a month, however, she stopped showing up entirely. She never responded to any of my texts at any point during this. I asked Monica every day about where Yuri was, but she gave me the same answer every time. I don't know. But one day, I noticed Yuri in the school hallway. Hey, Yuri, what's been going on? Yuri struggles to make eye contact.
I'm just bringing in a textbook I forgot to return.
Huh? That all makes sense now. Wait, you don't mean...
I started going to a different school, Heiji.
But why? It was already obvious why. I'm an idiot.
The only thing that will come from me staying here is more misery. It's clear that I ruined everything. If I hadn't gone to alert the principal, you wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
I don't know about that, Yuri. I mean, my decision to try fighting him was doomed from the start. Besides, you did that to protect me. What if I wasn't able to hit him? I could have ended up seriously injured, so it would have been a good thing for the principal to have come. Please don't think that this is your fault, Yuri. You were only doing what you thought was right.
Yet it ended in disaster. That much cannot be denied.
Even if you do think that this was your fault, Yuri, I'd forgive you any day. Not that I should have to, because again, I'm the one to blame here.
I can't bear to look at you anymore, Yuji. I can't even handle being around you without getting anxious. Not because of you, but because of me. I can't keep coming here knowing that I've ruined your life.
I'll be fine, Yuri. Trust me. I care way more about you than I care about myself. The punishment I received wasn't even that bad. It was pretty bad, yeah, but it's something I can't move on from. I say that, but it must mean a lot more to Yuri than it does to me. Please, don't worry. It'll be fine. I promise.
It's too late, Heiji.
We can still fix this.
Being around you makes me uncomfortable, Heiji. Regardless of how you may feel, it won't change the guilt I hold that cannot be erased. I'm always going to feel that I failed you. That I'm worthless. That I deserve to be bullied. As long as I am able to stay away from you, I can take comfort in knowing that I won't ruin your life any further.
Yuri glances at her sleeve. Damn it. Did she... Please, Yuri, I can help you.
You're only one person, Heiji. The only one that can help me is myself, and it's for the better that it doesn't happen.
Can you at least try therapy?
I have no interest in doing so, Heiji. I only have one goal now, and that's to stay as far away from you as possible. It's for your own sake. I promise.
Yuri, please. I was starting to sound like a broken record at this point, but what else could I do now? Many what-ifs swirl around my mind. What if I just talk things out instead of using violence? What if I ran away from that fight entirely? What if I gave in and begged like I was told? But it doesn't matter anymore. What's done is done, right? There's no point in envisioning what I could have or should have done because it's too late for that. I made my choice, and now I'm dealing with the consequences. That's how life works, isn't it? I just gotta grit and bear it, no matter how hard it may be. I can do that, can't I? Yup. It's a rough one. It's a rough ending, but it's not as bad as I had originally envisioned it to be. So I guess it's kind of a win. I can't take this anymore. I screwed up. I gave Yuri enough anxiety to make her switch schools, and I've lost my chance to help her recover from her self-harm, or at least encourage her to try therapy. Helping her is all I really cared about, and I couldn't assist her even a little bit. This is garbage. I keep thinking there's something I could do to fix this, but no. I lost my chance. I've dug my own grave, and there's no getting out of it now. And this was shortly after the graveyard date. Yep. This is the reality that I must accept.
Heiji?
I've snapped out of my thoughts and face Yuri again. What is it? Yuri takes a deep breath.
Please, help me help you.
How do you want me to do that?
Never speak to me again.
Yuri begins walking away, emanating an aura of sorrow. Yuri? As she disappears into the crowd of students, she turns around one last time.
Goodbye, Heiji. I love you.
That's it then. I've lost. How do I move forward from this? I don't know if it's even possible. What I do know is that I sincerely loved Yuri, and that I'd give anything to get her back. But that's never going to happen. Yuri never spoke to me again after that day, I ran into her a few times, but she acted like she didn't know me and just walked away. But one day, several years later, I went to the bookstore that we used to go to on dates. My time with Yuri had given me more appreciation for literature and encouraged me to actively read more stories that weren't from manga or anime. At that bookstore, I was looking through the new releases. I noticed a book with Yuri's name on it. Did she actually end up becoming a novelist like we had talked about before? Curious about the book, I go over to the cashier to buy it. Once they notice my name after I scan my credit card, they turn around and pull out a different copy of the book behind the counter. What's this for? The author personally came in and requested that we give this specific copy of her book to you the next time you came here. I don't know why, but yeah, here you go. I take the book and sit down, anxious for what I'm about to find inside. Why this copy? I open the cover and find a taped note in Yuri's handwriting. I read the note, and what's inside crushes me more than anything else could have. What I find is the ending to a tragic story that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. What I find is brutal closure that cannot be undone. What I find is the last time I'm going to hear from the girl I love.
I'm sorry, Eiji. I still love you.
And there's Monica shit-eating grin, you screw you.
Do it.
So that happened. I didn't think you'd actually, well, fight. I'd ask if you're okay, but it wasn't, well, you. Though that seemed like a fairly easy choice to me. I hope you didn't pick it just to make her suffer. Well, I think you already know what to do. You've already made one of them happy, so I doubt you'll give up just because you messed up with someone else. I'd be really disappointed in you if you did. You're definitely not that kind of person. Seeing you give up on something you've tried so hard for hurts me too. I want to see you succeed at things after all. Even if it hurts me just a little bit. Well, back to the telescreen, right? Do a little better this time around, okay?
Alright, so those were both of Yuri's endings. Now, let's jump into a new game
1, 2, 3.
and start the Natsuki route.
Oh, sorry. Off the bed.
What?
Almost looked at that one, but fell off the bed.
Alright. Time to write our first Natsuki poem. Mouse. Bubbles. Twirl. Skirt. Ribbon. Boop. Sugar. Smile. Nope. Pout. Pout. Kawaii. What do you want, dog?
What's the play? She's on one, I guess.
I can tell. She's up here clawing at me. Poof! Poof! Gotta get poof! Dream! Shiny! Shopping. Skipping. Milk. Dazzle. Puppy. Cute. Cheer. Alright. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Alright, Natsuki.
Yeah.
I hear Natsuki out on an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Frickin' Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. First of all, you can't write on my face. It's not paper. It's silk. It's smooth and rough. I mean, maybe if you use marker, you can write manga. Manga! There's a little volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. My OCD has been satisfied. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. But hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Heiji. Consider this lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there.
Oh, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Won't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that.
Yeah? Why's that? I guess it's easy to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long's it been since I read the beginning?
Y'all go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. A very kind of book. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But it just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they all get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
What are they touching? Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, what? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah? Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I'm just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's... just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got on this manga. Like, I would never get into anything because it's a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. It's getting hot in here.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Aww. I always love seeing this still here. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? I bet you got a lot of friends too that like to read what you read, huh? You don't.
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? All of your good dear friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry. Dog? My dog is pestering me to play with her. I wish I was recording not through my camera. Her eyes. Sorry.
Like I can never get my friends to read this. I just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? I just want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Yeah, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, that makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Ed?
Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your time be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh?
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving that back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets back, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some of my shelves if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Okay, I can skip to this here. Alright. Hey, you two. Be nice. Okay. Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Alright. Monica. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
That's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that I might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad?
No! Did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
Oh, I can skip to this part here.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that I won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
And Natsuki.
Okay, well, so are the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and made me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you wouldn't ruin it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Yeah, the eagles can fly poem. Alright, I guess get the rest here. Alright, so first time I sided with Sayori, second time I sided with Yuri. This time I sided with Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented.
Well...
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poems did a really good job at that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha. Shows how much you know. That's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing?
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Heiji. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Heiji. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazying around we got a little too used to.
So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Will you leave me alone, dog? Jeez. Alright. Oh, here we go. Jumpy. Pink. Joy. Party. No. Flee. Milk. Sweet. No, dang it. Parfait. Poof. The flying? No. Puppy. Hop. Laugh. Ribbon. Boop.
You could just
Vacation.
dance
Socks. Candy. Fun. Fluffy. Alright. Huh?
We have some sweet kids on our hands.
Yes we do. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah. Don't worry, I kept my promise. I pull the first volume of Perfect Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I'm a pro.
I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know.
That's true. I don't blame you.
Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay?
Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow.
So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forgot.
The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found...
Monica!
Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Eh? They found Monica? What? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf.
Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organize it a bit.
The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga.
Jeez! This is so inconvenient. I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why'd you waste that on the top shelf?
Natsuki, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you.
I can get them myself.
Natsuki grabs a stool from the wall and unfolds it.
You think I'm too short or something?
Your words, Natsuki, not mine. I mean...
I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me.
Natsuki hops onto the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful.
I know what I'm doing.
Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf.
See? Yeah!
The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly.
There!
Having almost fell, Natsuki's a bit shaken up. Jeez, no need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the bigger box down like that. I can reach them, so just...
I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay?
Sigh.
I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on.
Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet.
Let's see.
The classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet.
Aha!
Natsuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous as the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut.
Ash.
Natsuki climbs onto the chair and then slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and simply watch.
There you go. See? I can easily do it now.
Natsuki grabs a stack of manga and bends down to put it onto the shelf below.
What?
The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf.
What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing?
Who was it that told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I held the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Ugh. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes, I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Perfect Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Excuse me. Okay, how to get the thumbnail?
Heavy? Hey, Hedgie? I don't like to bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one.
Eh? But then I'll have to let go of the chair.
That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up.
Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair.
What do you mean, stand up?
Natsuki looks down at me.
Why are you all the way back? Eh?
Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box.
What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my...
Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box.
You perv! You set me up! Go away! Get out!
But...
I'll do it myself!
The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you! The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arms straight into me to prop herself up.
Eh?
Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her.
Gross!
Gah! A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet.
What were you thinking? You sicko! Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise.
Monica suddenly appears in.
Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez! Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy.
I didn't. I didn't mean to look up your dress. Somehow it's impossible for you to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear.
I know. Don't worry.
Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook.
Oh no. My.
Eh? I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you...
No.
Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down.
No. I don't even care that much. Just... having a really bad day today.
Natsuki sobs again.
I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to.
That's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head.
Just... every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and...
Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. I pick up Volume 2 of Parfait Girls. Well, we'll set this one aside. This'll help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers.
You're really nice to me.
Eh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. Didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. Not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. Next couple of minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright. That should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze.
Thanks.
It's nothing. Natsuki's holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready.
Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up.
If you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to ship homes again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now.
Yep. You sound more enthusiastic this time.
Oh, I'm starting to get into it, you know.
Told you.
Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Okay. I'm gonna call it good for now here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know that me continuing the series is kind of long and all that, but I'm enjoying myself, and I'm glad you guys are too. I promise I'll return to other games soon. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing more Dead by Daylight, Home Sweet Home, finish up some horror games. You know, the whole thing. And I recently just purchased the game At Dead of Night. It's a point-and-click horror game that looks pretty well made. Like, I gotta admit, I'm not usually into point-and-click horror games, but it was highly recommended. So we'll see how that one plays out. But if you enjoyed, leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you think of the series so far. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.